I kept staring at my hands, opening and closing my fingers like they didn't belong to me. "Stop shaking," Hamza whispered. "You're going to drop the ring." "I'm fine," I said, forcing a smile. "I've waited 7 years for today. I can handle 5 more minutes." Hamza laughed softly. "That's the spirit. She's lucky, you know." I nodded because I believed that too much to argue. Aisha always said she wanted simple happiness. Today is simple. Outside the hall, the music slowed. Guests settled into their seats. Someone adjusted my sherwani collar. My heart was loud, but it felt good. Amy stepped closer, her eyes shining. "You look handsome, Beta." "Because you raised me well," I said. "Everything I am comes from you." She touched my cheek. "Just be kind to her." "That's all I ever prayed for." "I already am," I said. "I always have been." Hamza checked his phone. "She should be here by now." "She's probably nervous," I said quickly. "You know Aisha. She overthinks everything." Minutes passed. The music stopped completely. Whispers began to move like waves across the hall. Hamza frowned. "I'll call her." I watched him turn away, his voice low. I watched his smile disappear. When he came back, his face was pale. "She's not answering," he said. I laughed once. "Try again." I did. 3 times. I pulled out my phone. One message waited. Just one. My chest tightened. She texted me. Hamza leaned closer. "What did she say?" I opened it slowly, like delaying pain would soften it. "I'm sorry," I read aloud. "I can't do this. I've chosen Saad. Please don't look for me." The words didn't make sense at first. They felt fake, like a bad joke. Hamza grabbed my arm. "Who is Saad?" I swallowed. "The man her parents wanted. The man with money." "That's impossible," Hamza said. "She loves you." I stared at the screen. Loved. Amy noticed the silence. "What's wrong?" she asked softly. I looked at her face and felt something tear inside me. "She's not coming, Amy?" Her smile collapsed. "What do you mean?" "She left," I said. "She chose someone else." Amy covered her mouth. "No, not today." A guest whispered, "Did she run away?" Another laughed nervously. "Poor groom." Hamza snapped, "Mind your business." My phone buzzed again. Aisha was calling. I answered immediately. "Why?" Her voice shook. "I didn't want it to end like this." "Then why did you end it like this?" She cried softly. "I was scared." "Of what?" I asked. "Loving me?" "Of struggling," she said. "Saad can give me a life you can't." "So I wasn't enough?" She hesitated. That silence answered everything. "I trusted you," I said. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "For 7 years," I said, "I chose you every day." "I know," she said. "But I choose myself now." The line went dead. Hamza said, "Say something. Scream if you need to." I shook my head. "No." Amy cried quietly beside me. I looked around at the decorations, the empty aisle, the waiting guests. Something inside me went cold. "I won't beg," I said. "And I won't break." Hamza squeezed my shoulder. I stood there alone, not as a groom but as a man who had just lost everything, and felt himself change forever. I locked myself in my room and stared at the ceiling. Hamza knocked softly. "Open the door, Yar." "I don't want sympathy," I said. "I'm not here for sympathy," he replied. "I'm here so you don't drown alone." I opened the door. He looked at me like I might disappear. "She didn't even come to explain," I said. 7 years and I got a text. Hamza clenched his jaw. "People outside are talking." "Let them," I said. "They already saw everything." My phone buzzed again. Aisha's name flashed. Hamza said, "Don't answer." "I need to hear it," I said, pressing accept. She sighed. "You're making this harder." "You already made it impossible," I said. "Just tell me the truth." She paused. "My parents knew." My chest tightened. "Knew what?" "Knew about Saad. Knew I was talking to him." "So this was planned?" I said slowly. "Yes," she whispered. I laughed, sharp and bitter. "Did you ever plan to tell me?" "I was waiting for the right time." "The right time was before the wedding hall," I said. She didn't reply. "Say it," I said. "Say you chose him." "I chose stability," she said. "I chose security." "And I was what?" "Struggle," she said quietly. The word hit harder than silence. "I worked 2 jobs," I said. "I skipped meals so we could save." "I know," she said. "But love doesn't pay bills." I ended the call. My hands were shaking again. Hamza said, "You didn't deserve that." "Maybe I did," I said. "Maybe I wasn't enough." Later that night her father called. "You embarrassed us," he said without greeting. "You planned this," I said. He scoffed. "I planned my daughter's future." "At my expense?" "You were temporary," he said. "Saad is permanent." I laughed. "So I was just practice?" "You should be grateful," he said. "She didn't waste more years on you." I hung up before my voice broke. The house felt empty. Amy didn't speak. Her silence hurt more than words. That night, sleep never came. My phone buzzed near dawn. A message from Farah. "Can we talk?" she wrote. We met at a quiet cafe. She didn't hug me. She just sat. "I'm sorry," she said. I warned her. "About what?" "About Saad," she said. "He looks perfect from far away. And up close." I asked. "He lies," she said. "About money. About people." "Why tell me this?" "Because you deserve truth," she said. I smiled sadly. "Truth doesn't change anything." "It changes you," she said. Days blurred together. Whispers followed me everywhere. "Poor guy," someone said. "She upgraded," another laughed. At night I questioned myself. Was I weak? I asked the dark. No answer came. I packed my bags one evening. Hamza watched silently. "Running?" he asked. "Leaving," I said. "To where?" "Anywhere she isn't." He nodded. "Just don't disappear." I sat alone after he left. My packed bag stared back at me. I thought of her voice saying struggle. I unpacked everything. "I won't beg," I said aloud. "And I won't break." That night, something hardened inside me and I stopped feeling small. I was sitting alone in the cafe, stirring cold tea I hadn't touched, when a familiar voice said, "You still do that when you're thinking too much." I looked up. "Sarah?" She smiled gently. "I wasn't sure it was you until I saw the empty stare." I exhaled. "That bad, huh?" She pulled out a chair. "Mind if I sit?" "You never had to ask," I said. She studied my face. "You look tired." "I haven't been sleeping," I said. "Because of her?" I nodded. "Because of everything." She didn't say sorry. She didn't lower her voice. She just said, "Tell me." So I did. I talked about the wedding, the message, the word struggle. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she said, "She didn't leave because you were weak." "Then why does it feel like that?" "Because you loved honestly," she said. "And honest people blame themselves first." I laughed bitterly. "You always talked like this." "And you always pretended not to hear," she said. I looked at her. "You knew, didn't you?" "Knew what?" "That you loved me," I said. She didn't deny it. "I never thought it mattered." "That's not fair," I said. "It was my choice," she replied. "I didn't want to be a comparison." We met again the next week. Then again. One day she said, "You need to sign these papers." "Why?" "Aisha's family filed a legal notice about gifts," she said calmly. I sighed. "They're still humiliating me." "They're protecting their pride," she said. Her brother Usman joined us that evening. He watched me closely. "You're the groom she left," he said. "I am," I replied. He nodded. "Don't hurt my sister." "I wouldn't dare," I said. He leaned back. "Good." Days turned into conversations about work, family, and silence. One night Sarah said, "There's a rumor." "About me?" "About Aisha," she said. "Her engagement is rushed." I stiffened. "I don't care." "You do," she said. "Just not the way you used to." She was right. Another night she said softly, "What do you want now?" "I don't know," I admitted. "Peace maybe." She nodded. "Then stop letting others decide your worth." I looked at her. "Why are you here, Sarah?" "Because you need someone who sees you," she said. The scandal broke a week later. Saad's name was everywhere. Sarah read the news quietly. "This will get ugly." "I don't want revenge," I said. "I know," she replied. "That's why I trust you." She hesitated, then said, "Marry me." I froze. "What?" "Not out of anger," she said. "Out of choice." "You don't love me like that," I said. "I've loved you longer than you realize," she said. I stood up. "I can't replace one pain with another." She met my eyes. "I'm not a replacement." I sat back down, shaking. "Think about it," she said. "But don't think small." That night I realized something had changed. For the first time since everything broke, I didn't feel disposable. I stopped outside the same wedding hall and felt nothing. Sarah squeezed my hand. You okay? I'm calm, I said. That scares me more. She smiled. It means you're ready. We walked in together. Whispers started immediately. Is that him? Someone murmured. He came back. Another gasped. I kept my head high. Sarah's grip stayed steady. Hamza spotted us first. His eyes widened. You actually did it. I told you I would, I said. The music played softly, mocking the memory of what never happened. Then I saw her. Aisha stood near the stage, dressed like a guest, laughing confidently. Her smile vanished the second she saw me. She froze. You? I didn't answer. I walked past her. She followed, heels clicking fast. Wait. Sarah stopped beside me. Aisha looked between us. What is this? Sarah spoke first. I'm his wife. The word wife landed hard. Aisha's face drained of color. That's not funny. It's not a joke, Sarah said calmly. Aisha laughed shakily. You're lying. I finally spoke. I don't lie. Her voice dropped. When did this happen? Recently, I said. You married him? She asked Sarah. Yes, Sarah replied. With respect. Aisha looked at me. You did this to hurt me. No, I said. I did this to live. Saad approached, his smile forced. What's going on here? Aisha grabbed his arm. He's trying to embarrass us. Saad looked at me, eyes sharp. You're the ex. I'm the man she left, I said. Sarah added, and I'm the man she underestimated. Saad's jaw tightened. Congratulations, he said stiffly. Thank you, I replied. A guest whispered nearby, isn't that the groom from last month? Another said, he looks happier now. Aisha pulled me aside. You moved on too fast. You moved on before me, I said. Her voice cracked. I didn't think you'd survive this. I met her eyes. Neither did I. She swallowed. Are you happy? I paused. I'm peaceful. Saad interrupted. Aisha, we're late. Someone laughed behind him. Late to pay your debts? Saad turned sharply. What did you say? The laughter grew. Aisha whispered, what are they talking about? I said nothing. Sarah leaned closer. Truth has a way of arriving uninvited. Saad's phone buzzed. His smile finally broke. Aisha watched him, fear rising. Saad. He ignored her. She turned to me. Did you know? I didn't need to, I said. She reached for my arm. I made a mistake. Sarah gently stepped between us. He's not available. Aisha's eyes filled. You replaced me. No, I said. I respected myself. Tears spilled. I thought you'd wait. I waited long enough, I said. Saad snapped. Stop this drama. Aisha pulled away from him. You lied to me. He hissed. Not now. Guest stared openly now. Hamza walked over. You okay? I am, I said honestly. Sarah smiled at me. Ready to leave? I nodded. As we turned, Aisha whispered, I never meant to lose you. I stopped but didn't turn. You lost me when you chose comfort over truth. We walked out together. Outside, Sarah exhaled. That went better than expected. I laughed softly. I don't feel heavy anymore. She looked up at me. That's freedom. For the first time, I believed her. Life became quieter after that day, and I learned that quiet wasn't empty. Sarah asked one morning, do you regret it? Regret what? I replied. Walking away without saying everything. I shook my head. Some words rot if you keep them. She smiled. You've changed. I had to, I said. Work improved slowly. My boss said, you're focused now. I don't have distractions, I answered. At home, Sarah said, dinner's ready. I replied, give me 5 minutes. She laughed. You always say that. We argued sometimes but never cruelly. One night she asked, do you still think about her? I answered honestly. Sometimes. That's okay, she said. Just don't live there. I didn't plan revenge. I didn't wish for downfall. News reached me anyway. Hamza called. Have you heard? Heard what? Saad's company is under investigation. I stayed silent. He owes people money, Hamza continued. Big money. I exhaled slowly. That's unfortunate. That's karma, Hamza said. Another week passed. Sarah showed me her phone. Aisha was at a family event, she said. People were whispering. I don't need details, I replied. She looked alone, Sarah added. That night my phone rang at 2 a.m. I stared at the name for a long time before answering. Hello, Her voice broke immediately. I didn't know who else to call. I sat up. What happened? Everything, Aisha cried. I stayed quiet. Saad doesn't come home anymore, she said. When he does, he's angry. I'm sorry, I replied, meaning it in a distant way. She sniffed. I thought security meant safety. And? It feels colder than struggle, she whispered. I closed my eyes. I was wrong about you, she said. That's not news, I replied gently. I didn't leave because I stopped loving you, she said. You left because you stopped respecting me, I said. She sobbed. I see that now. I asked, why are you telling me this? Because I need you to know, she said. I misjudged you. The word misjudged echoed inside me. I don't hate you, I said. That hurts more, she admitted. I forgave you a long time ago, I said. She gasped. Then why does it still hurt? Because forgiveness doesn't erase consequences, I said. She was silent for a long moment. Are you happy? She asked quietly. I'm stable, I said. And respected. She cried harder. I didn't mean to ruin you, she said. You didn't, I replied. You revealed me. She whispered, I wish I chose differently. I don't, I said honestly. The line went quiet. I said softly, take care of yourself. She hung up. Sarah had been awake the whole time. She asked, was that her? Yes, I said. She didn't ask more. She just held my hand. I squeezed back. No victory felt loud. No revenge felt sweet. But peace sat with me that night and I let it stay. I stood on the balcony one evening watching the city breathe below me. Sarah stepped out with 2 cups of tea. You're quiet again. I like it, I said. Silence doesn't scare me anymore. She handed me a cup. That's new. So is everything else, I replied. She leaned beside me. Do you ever miss who you were? I thought for a moment. I miss being innocent. She nodded. Not weak. No, I said. I was never weak. I just didn't know my value. She smiled. You say that like you believe it. I do now, I said. A knock came at the door. Sarah frowned. It's late. I'll get it, I said. When I opened the door, my past stood there. Aisha looked smaller than I remembered. Can we talk? Sarah stayed beside me. I didn't hide her. Yes, I said. Say what you came to say. Aisha's eyes filled. I ruined my life. I replied calmly. You made choices. She stepped inside slowly. I thought choosing comfort meant safety. And I warned you, I said. Comfort without honesty collapses. She looked at Sarah. You won. Sarah said softly. This isn't a competition. Aisha laughed bitterly. Everything feels like one now. She turned back to me. I thought losing you would hurt less with time. And? I asked. It hurts more, she said. Because now I see you're whole. I shook my head. I'm not whole because you left. Then why? She asked. Because I stayed, I said. She frowned. I don't understand. I stayed with myself, I explained. I stopped asking people to choose me. Her voice cracked. I wish I could go back. You can't, I said gently. She whispered. Do you ever think of forgiving me completely? I already did, I replied. But forgiveness doesn't mean return. Tears rolled down her face. Saad barely speaks to me now. That's not my story, I said. She nodded slowly. I lost everything. I answered. So did I. That's how I found myself. She looked at Sarah. Take care of him. Sarah met her eyes. I will. Aisha stepped back. You became the man I doubted. I said quietly. And you became the lesson I needed. She flinched then nodded. Goodbye. I watched her leave without regret. Inside, Sarah asked, Are you okay? Yes, I said. For real this time. She smiled. You didn't shake. I don't shake anymore, I replied. We sat together quietly. After a while, Sarah said, You don't talk about the wedding anymore. I don't need to, I said. What do you need? She asked. Truth, I replied. And peace. She rested her head on my shoulder. Later that night, Sarah asked, What did you learn from all this? I answered, That love without respect is fear pretending to be devotion. She squeezed my hand. And now I choose myself, I said. Morning came gently. As we walked outside, Sarah asked, Do you feel like you won? I smiled. I don't feel like I was ever competing. She laughed softly. I looked ahead and said, I replaced the man I used to be. she asked. With who? With someone who doesn't beg, I said. We kept walking. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. I was finally at peace. Later that day, Hamza called me. You sound lighter, he said. I am, I replied. He laughed. Did you ever think this is how it would end? No, I said. I thought endings were loud. And, he asked. This one is quiet, I said. And stronger. Amy visited in the evening. She looked at me closely. You're different. I'm honest now, I said. She held my face. Pain either bends a man or builds him. I smiled. It built me. She whispered. I prayed for that. After she left, Sarah said, Your mother worries less. So do I replied. We sat on the couch. Sarah asked, Do you still fear losing things? I fear losing myself, I said. That's all. She nodded. Then you'll never be lost again. I took her hand. Thank you for choosing me when I didn't know how to choose myself. She answered. I didn't save you. I know, I said. You walked beside me. She smiled. That's enough. As night settled, I thought about everything I lost. I realized I never lost love. I lost illusions. And that made me free. Before sleep, Sarah whispered, Are you proud of yourself? I answered without hesitation. Yes. She smiled. Then the story ends well. It doesn't end, I said. It continues. She closed her eyes. I stayed awake, grateful. Nothing was missing anymore. Nothing needed replacing. I was enough. I walked forward knowing loss taught me dignity, and dignity taught me peace, and peace finally felt like home at last.